Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Greece. So I'm rolling into this on the back end of the North Korea playthrough and discovering the with the new expansion how the navy system works and how they've changed naval invasions. All I can say is it makes it much more equipment intensive to actually do a naval invasion now. So I had declared this war thinking that this was a viable, like, that we could get across basically to Syria to even do anything, period, right? I no longer think that I'm going to be able to do that as effectively as I want. So, not only do we have the whole world tension requirement kind of thing going on with the democracy that I've ran into here, we also have the naval dominance stat. So to have naval dominance in here that is considered friendly, we need 580 naval dominance. Well, and then 298 probably there. So we would have to come from this port specifically, probably, just so we limit it to one territory. Hold up. I think I can draw this, right? So rather than crossing this border here, whatever, and this border, right? And then I can switch, I think colors are, yeah. All right. So basically the old way to do a naval invasion was you set up patrols, right? Here, here, and you green light the whole territory, and you can go from pretty much any of your docks with any kind of naval presence that's superior to your enemy. The way this is working now, you have to actually get a naval dominance stat, right? So your ships provide, let's see if it's there. See if it says it on this screen. I'm not seeing it, which makes this infinitely worse. Yeah, because you don't even get to see it until you go. Where would it be? They not included, like, the ranges here, but not, I don't think they've updated. The tooltips are not updated. So I can show this from the research panel. There it is, right? So if you're looking at naval dominance, the only screen that shows it on the tooltips is in the research panel. It's not even on the production side. Well, guess what? The bigger the ship, the more naval dominance you have, minus the submarines. So submarines have your best range, barring getting nuclear power for your ships. So getting 500 naval dominance with frigates getting 20 at a time means you need, what? 5 per 100? Actually, I need 600. So I need 30 ships, right? That's a lot of frigates. And one shipyard pushing frigates out. Or, well, I have a destroyer right now, so that's 30 each. I'd need 20 of them. It's taken 3 years. So unless you have a ton of naval yards where you can just pump these out every year, you're not doing a naval invasion for like 2 decades until you get a huge naval yard facility set up. built. Like, so that completely takes that off the table. Unless I am missing the mechanic, because I haven't played late into this expansion yet. That makes that completely impossible to actually do. And like, even if we had the starting ships, the only place that I would have naval dominance in would either be in the Adriatic or the littoral waters here of the Aegean Sea. And I don't know if there's a modifier with any of the leaders. I need to do all that still. But the way that's playing out, that is not going to work. And I didn't see that because there's nothing on any of the tooltips. Like, at least nothing obvious. So that completely changes my plans. We have to go airborne to do any kind of foreign invasions, which means we need long-range heavy lift craft. We need actual planes to get air superiority along the whole path. At least 150 for 3 different regions. So we could have 3 fighter wings. Just for 3 squadrons. Otherwise, we do have to do domestic wars if we're doing native expansion. Or we can do expansion by influence, which may be the other thing we're going to do. Because technically, I wouldn't even be able to take Cyprus. And do this whole path. And I'm not saying the new mechanic's bad. I'm just saying it's integrated. It just seems like a poor integration with the naval invasions. Like, they should have allowed for some kind of leeway there. Because you can still naval invade someone with speedboats. Like, the Somalis do this all the time. But this is my crash out. I'm going to keep playing this. Hopefully I don't crash it, so I'm not going to go full speed yet. But let's think about this. What is stopping the Somalis from going to Yemen? I guess this is Somaliland, not Somalia, right? Hold up. Get out of this. Let's see. Yeah, that's Puntland. Yeah, so like, let's say we had Somali pirates that wanted to go to Yemen, right? They can do that. So, in practical senses, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, I guess it is all of Somalia. It's just a province. So Somaliland, Somalia, Puntland has not separated. They got annexed. Nice. Okay, but anyway, rant over. How are we gonna deal with this? Well, it doesn't change what I'm gonna do for our economy. Our economy is still gonna grow how I had it planned. For the most part, it's just gonna change kind of our second level, right? So first, we're gonna onboard all our infrastructure. I can't declare war this early. Functionally, I would have had to have planned for this right from the beginning and rushed very specific things and got in trade agreements for planes that I would want set up, but I can't do that now, so there's really no point. Like, I could, it's still gonna be delayed. Air doctrine's pretty pointless. Airborne is what we want. So we're going paratroopers. Thankfully in this playthrough, I wasn't planning anything with our special forces. And we do have a paratrooper unit here, so let's get rid of this. We're gonna start out with the... So this new Ranger Light Recon, what do we get? Forest, Mountain, Jungle bonuses. With no demerits. It's honestly... If it was paradroppable, which it's not, that would be one of the better ones. Alright, so Heavy Engineer Company. Utility vehicles, that's all that needs. Probably artillery batteries are fine. Light recon. I may use a mechanized recon. Nope, gives demerits in like terrain. I want to stack as many terrain bonuses as possible. So these are just bad in planes. Don't put your airborne in planes. We're gonna go ahead and remove air mobile artillery and regular artillery. And then I don't have helicopters, so we're not going to do that. This does give us a little bit of bonuses and a bunch of things that we're going to need. Yeah. If I could airdrop regular artillery, that'd be great, but that's not what the point of this unit's going to be. Yeah, so this is foundationally what we want. And since I do, again, I'm going to reiterate that I do not understand Greek, nor the Greek crossover in language, letters, and stuff at all. We're going to go with the 2008 Greek I'm gonna call it the hoplite. It doesn't. They're not gonna use shields. They're not for shields. They're our offensive unit, but it'll be our airborne. So airborne. We'll just call it the hoplite, just because it play on hop. That's all there is to it. Is there anything with a like a parachute in the background or something? We'll give him the little artillery piece. I'm going to make at least a couple of these, maybe more. Nope. We don't have the manpower. Never mind. We're just doing one. One unit. And the reason I'm making one right now, even though there's no planes at all. Oh, God. What is our... Now I'm just going to be complaining. I could do that. That's going to be a problem. Let's... That should be a naval facility. We'll have to use like Southern Macedonia or something for this. Yeah, because we're going to have to play catch up. There's nothing we can do. Naval, I'm not even going to worry about naval. We're going full airborne. We can get naval facilities later. Like, we're already working on our space program. We're just going to have to absolutely double down on our production of aero technological bonuses. Like, aerospace, we're just going to have to play catch up now. This... Yeah, I don't really care about the company now. That's now off the priorities. Decisions. What's good for national defense? Well, I was thinking all this infantry and special forces would be good, considering the mountainous regions up there, and then we would just have Marines and do like naval invasions. That was my plan. But since we cannot do this, this is a no-go now. um, I don't know. I don't know how long this is gonna take too, because it's gonna be dependent on getting aircraft. Let's see what Germany and France have to offer for heavy lift. I don't think do we even have an Air Force? Yeah, we don't even have. I don't, we've got C-130s and F-16s. So let's get the C-130s on the field. All right, Shay, take the materials y'all want. Oh, we don't have enough. Of course we don't. Of course we don't. All right, so we do have C-130s. So we may not be that far off. It's just not even a full air wing. I'm not even going to trade for a plan. I don't want... Like, we're going to have to build up so that Bulgaria doesn't attack us. So land forces are going to be fine. Yeah. That's just more difficult than I would have liked. Military spending... I guess we're okay anyway. Foreign investment. I'm going to go ahead and put some roads in France. More foreign investment. EU stuff, I do need to watch that. When's the next session? I really don't like that the only warning is this. Alright, so... Financial stable... Or stability. Let's go ahead and pass. Wait, can we only do one vote per... Oh, that makes this infinitely harder for these EU votes. Yeah, I still need political power for the other votes. I really can't worry about the budget. Unless... Am I able to pass the budget in the position? President of the central bank. Alright, hold up. We need to auto accept. We're gonna go ahead and drop our thingy down, our additional consumption of electricity. Yeah, our interest rate went up, so let's continue to pay that down. Budget stuff. When does council voting take place? Yeah, we could draft a new budget. I don't think I'm going to put any political power into it, though. I'm going to say we support. Yeah, it's not our business now. I'm moving back to we don't care. What's search looking like, actually? Overall, what can we do for fixed wing aircraft or otherwise? And naval ships. We don't even have cruisers unlocked. That would be one. Cruisers are probably. How much would a carrier give you? Carrier gives you the same. So a capital ship probably gives you the same dominance. Oh, battleships, though. Yeah, so cruisers give the same as a carrier for naval dominance. The range. Much better range. Ah, there it is. And then is there a production cost? That's what I'm looking for. Honestly, battleships are very efficient for. They're making battleships relevant in the. Yeah, your production cost and. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, no, it is 30,000. Cruiser is by far the most efficient 40, but I'm pretty sure this is more. I'd have to figure out what the ratio is. Wait, what's the difference here? Why is one C? Why are there two? Oh, are these battle cruisers? Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Battle cruiser, battleship. This may be more efficient. I'll have to do a bunch of. I'll do math off camera. I'll do math and figure out which of those is more efficient. But it's looking like for 40 naval dominance, the cruiser is by far the most efficient. But this battle cruiser here at 50 or this. I really think the battle cruiser is going to be more efficient than anything. So they may have actually made the battleship battle cruiser line important because this looks like it's different to me. Then you're just going to have these vessels that are completely useless on the map, burning fuel. It's really, really dumb to me. When what should be happening is everything is going to small boats and drones. Like, that's the future. Like, really, corvettes with no people on them just launching swarms of drones out of basically cargo containers. That's the future of warfare for surface fleets. Like, let's be real. With nearly no manpower. Then there's no point in researching naval invasion. Things to boost our infantry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go max infantry just because of our resources. Everything I'm gonna do is just gonna be for infantry bonuses, and we're gonna need special forces as maxed out as possible. Yeah, so not 10 years wasted, but my early set of preparatory military phase is wasted. That is effectively wasted. So that is unfortunate. Looks like it's going to be manpower again. I'm thinking I could bump this. Yeah, I might as well bump it up. I'm sorry, but 27 recruits really isn't acceptable. Yeah, even if we got like way less money, but let alone that, that's fine. We're actually almost to 50 GDP, 50K GDP per capita. So yeah, so rather than my dreams of having teremes and flights going across the Aegean Sea to take over the lands around us, we're gonna have to go like a more modern day military for sure. Yeah, and then I really hadn't talked about this at all, but the way this new progression works, right, where you have to get mastery in whatever equipment type or vehicle type you're using, makes this infinitely more difficult to get the actual things you need, right? So you do have to train your forces and be doing training exercise, which it does force you into a more realistic um situation. So I do like that change. That change is cool to me because you're running training exercises. Now all your experience points can go into just minor bonuses and making changes to your plans. You don't have to manage that as closely. I just noticed I don't have that border fully closed. Um, Getting sidetracked here. Can I? Maybe it is. Maybe there's just no point for that southern flank. Anyway, um, yeah, but it does change that nature of the game, and I do appreciate them doing that. So these are well trained, as are these units. Yeah, it's not our business. So actually, how much progress have we made? So we would be getting bonuses for these other things. So what are the... Gives you a lot of attrition stuff. It gives light infantry bonuses in mountain, which is what we need. So survival training is really good. Skill school. Looks like engineer company providing way better bonuses for fort attacks. And artillery just generally getting a bonus across the board, while air superiority becomes way more prevalent in combat because we get additional bonuses. And then you get a terrain penalty reduction. Man, that's tough. It's actually really tough. Skill school and survival school. If I can do both of these, I would do it. But we only get one. All infantry and motorized and mechanical infantry get a soft, hard, and 50% piercing bonus. Only in forts, or is that everywhere? It looks like it's... I can't really tell.
Whereas this generally makes attrition from temperature irrelevant. And gives us massive light infantry bonuses, which is what we're going to use due to resources at first, at least. I think we go survival training. And we can shift the school later, actually, so that's fine. Yeah, and this is one of the first ones we get. I guess this is how much we've accrued. So we're gonna have legions of Greek forces. That's what's gonna go down. Marines, Rangers, maybe. I could see us getting Rangers later. Marines, not so much. Air doctrine will be important. Equipment. An office is open. Can we take multiple offices? President of the Parliament. We don't meet the requirement. President of the Euro Council. Also can't meet it. Doesn't tell us why. Like, I mean, obviously the check mark's not checked off right now, so that's why, but I guess that's fair. Council vote. Doesn't seem like it's active. And then active agenda. How long do we have? 93 days. I see. I feel like a participating member of the Eurozone, though, now. Like, I've kind of figured out how that system's working, even though I was late to the party. And we are getting a little bit more manpower, so let's go ahead and check our C-130s. So we wanted to look at flight range. All right, so that does give us regional influence into the Sahara. Some of the Middle East now, most of Europe. So we can go and deal with kind of the Caucasus region. This will allow us to make some sorts of moves in Cyprus if we wanted to. So it doesn't open like a ton of doors, but it's a few. Yeah. I'm still gonna go this. We're gonna go ahead and start these. Let's get the military stuff. I wanna say, yeah, there are naval yard things. So we can start kind of working on it. It's just, I feel like we would need to increase, like the whole mod would have to be rewrote so that these give more naval yards. Just to kind of balance reality now of needing naval dominance. Yeah, like this rather than being a radar station should be like a naval yard or something. Because there's no point in taking like half of these. Okay, 2 naval yards right here. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna do that, but 4 naval yards or whatever we're gonna come out 3 isn't enough. It's just not gonna be enough. fundamentally. And then needing heavy lift aircraft. Yeah, so we're just going to have that as a whole problem. Anyway, I'll stop this here. Sorry about the rants this episode, but I was unaware of the changes that were made. And how we're doing right now is we're hanging right behind Bangladesh. Switzerland's a little bit ahead of us. We've still got our office in the EU, so doing well there. Civilian industry, we have built some. We're at 18 factories now, so we're right behind South Africa. We passed Hungary. The Netherlands are in Spain. We wanna be the best in the Euro zone. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch everyone on the next episode, and we'll kind of get back into the thick of things. Take care.